that way I can kind of. Hey y'all! Hey! Come on in! Come on in! Come on in! So this is the Hawkins sisters and cousin, cause she's a Hawkins too, and we are gonna do some girl talk on the live on a Sunday. Yeah.
Yes.
So y'all know we be doing the most, but y'all don't get a chance to come in and see what we do. Oh, it says tag some friends. I guess I was just waiting for folks to come on in here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be having our conversation. When they come on in, come on in. Right. So what was we discussing, y'all?
Well, we were talking about what's love to you.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to go ahead and talk about that topic.
Okay, what's love to you? Welcome. I don't know who just joined us, but welcome. So we are on here doing a live. The Real Sisters. I'm sorry. The Real Sisters are doing a live on what was that, Aisha?
Oh, we're going to talk about what's love to you.
What's love to you? Okay. Yeah, we think it's important because you know that it's a whole lot of terms to just be thrown around every single day.
Right.
Like.
What love?
And there is nobody is defining, and they got it in their mind about what something is, and I think that is crazy to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, one thing that I do really love about my husband is that he will literally go to the dictionary to commit something. I do that too. Shout out to my husband, but yeah, so he'll go and be like, well, so and so and so and so. Because I'm proving facts, but I do that too. I'm guilty of that. Yeah, like listen, because it's important to know what something is.
Yes.
And you know, because we have relationships with words, and we had a wrong word definition. And I think that we ought to get correct relationships. In this season, it's all about the right relationship, and that's what words to, meanings to, and getting clarity on those things. Because people be trying to manipulate your ignorance. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, so we not doing that. We not doing that this year. Y'all about to be 44. I'm about to be 45. I'm gonna be 44 next Saturday, next Sunday. Next Sunday I'll be 44. Yeah. And then 7 days after,
August 1st,
you'll be 44. Yeah. So shoot, ain't nobody got time for this mess. Ain't nobody got time for it, and we ain't making time for it either.
I guess I would say, what is love? First of all, I think for me is I know what love is because I know what it feels to be loved. Mm-hmm. I know what it feels to be loved in a relationship because I've had that. Mm-hmm. I know what it feels not to be loved because I've had that as well. Mm-hmm. So I feel like love for me is just action. It's just an action. It's not transactional.
Well, wait a minute. Yes, it is. Okay. Now you touch on that.
Well, let's just say transactional in terms of materialistic.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Well, what were you going to explain what you were going to say? Honestly, quid pro quo.
Okay. Some may not know what quid.
Listen, a favor for a favor. Like you doing something for me, and I'm doing something for you. And honestly, that is reciprocity. Right. The deal with reciprocity is to give in equal parts. Mm-hmm. So you not giving too much, I'm not getting too much. I'm not giving too much, you're not getting too much. It's just right. Right. Okay. So, balance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So love, I would agree with you, Aisha. I think love is very, very much action. Okay. It's a verb. Right. It's intentional. So it is somebody who has it in their mind that they want to do something, that they want to carry this out. So that means that I will be telling them what it means. I will be telling them or showing them like, hey, I feel loved when you do this. Right. I don't feel love when I get kisses and hugs. I'm sorry. I'm not her. Right. I ain't never been her. I'm not her. Now, I like hugs and kisses, but it doesn't equate to love for me. Okay. For me, it is you working hard, you taking care of me. I don't feel like I got too much on my plate. I feel like I can rest. That's love to me. Yeah. Peace. Yeah. I like kisses, but that ain't love to me because my daddy took care of me. I know I'm sorry. Right. I equate being able to get up and get in my car.
Right.
And drive and put gas in it.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, let's just say, since we are saying it is an action, I would definitely say that it is connection. It's connection. It's being, it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's definitely bonding. And it's having passion.
It's respectful.
It's respectful.
Yeah, that has to be that would be my number one thing as far as it
what
pertains
makes
to
you
love.
It's understanding.
It's respect for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you understanding the level of respect I need.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's for me it's respect, and you may not know what makes me feel disrespected either. You know what I'm saying? So
I think honestly that it's just so easy for women to love men. Now, I do feel this. I do feel this for men too.
Nothing in return.
Yes,
because we're natural
like,
nurturers. I think is because we born to nurture, so we just nurture everybody. So we're gonna naturally nurture them. So it's gonna appear that we love them more. I think too, because we're nurtured. We the one just gonna. And they don't have to do as much. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do as much.
I feel like though.
Oh, we don't require them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me change that. We don't require them to do as much because of that.
But I think that I'm gonna say this. This is controversial. I do feel like men can interpret us as being disrespectful.
Okay.
But I do know that we love them. Like, it don't take nothing for us to do that. It don't take nothing for us to do that, even with men in our family.
Right.
It don't take. It is not a big deal.
Right.
But respect. I'm sorry, y'all gotta earn that. I don't.
Right.
I feel like it's there. It's something that I think is easy for us to do. Right. But it's easy to come on, take that back.
And it is very easy. That's because there's a thin line between love and hate. Right. It's very, very thin. Because I was just telling y'all when we was off camera that I love hard and hate harder. And I'm just being honest. I can love you with the depth of my soul and hate you with that same soul.
Right.
And not only that I hate you, is that I'm hurt by you and I'm manifesting that. So let me clear that up too.
Yeah.
But I can disconnect really quick.
Right.
Yeah.
I can disconnect really quick.
And
get gone forever.
Right.
Like for real. And it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that is dangerous.
Right.
If you hurt me, don't hurt me.
Well, they say hell
Don't
has
hurt
no
me.
fury like
If
a
you
woman's
want to keep me
scorn.
around, if you want to keep me around, you don't hurt me.
I think it's good because it's protection. Because you have to protect yourself. As a woman, you have to protect yourself, and you have to protect yourself.
But wait a minute,
you have to
Aisha.
protect your mind.
Wait a minute, ain't a man supposed to protect you?
You gotta protect you.
I'm glad you said that because let's talk about something real quick, y'all.
Hold on.
Let's talk about something real quick.
No, you gotta protect you.
There's these videos and these men are on there talking about, and they'll tell you, some of these men will tell you that women that are what y'all call masculine, and I'll roll with that if you want to, masculine, are don't feel safe. Like there's men that do subscribe to that, and that is true. I can tell you what it is. We don't feel safe. So if we bucking up or whatever, it's because it's their inner child. If you want to go there too, it's your inner child. Like
and it's the mature me too. Like I want to feel safe.
That too, but sometimes it's your inner child too. But it's that safety. I'm not getting it, so I gotta get it. I gotta protect me because I'm not protected. So I need protection from you. So then my guard goes up, and then I'm on the defense, and then
I mean, I agree that a man is supposed to protect a woman.
Hey, treats.
Hey, nephew.
Mentally, spiritually, whatever, on all levels. But at the same time, when you as a woman sees that you are not being protected, it's your job to protect you.
You got that right, or if you don't feel protected. Or then they may not know how to protect you.
And then they may not.
Because they may not have felt protected when they was little.
Right.
Yeah, I do think.
And then that's the individual that you definitely want to get away from, and that is what makes it dangerous. For sure. When you are involved with someone, especially a male, because number one, that actually looks like a man with more feminine traits, versus masculine traits.
I don't think that they have feminine traits. I think that they have emotions they ain't allowed to express because of society. So I don't see them as feminine traits.
I feel like we all have them.
They had to suppress a lot of theirs, though. They always had both. I'm saying, but they've always had theirs. They had to suppress them. They've been there.
Right, so that would be a more of a behavioral, societal, like how they've been socialized.
Yes.
But like
they emotional for real.
Our nature
in the house.
I think our nature is both.
No, but they're emotional at home.
Yeah.
They can't be that out here, and it's because of society. Is what I'm saying. So
they
may already
right.
be. They emotional as heck. It ain't hidden. It's just in the house.
Right.
Right.
And sometimes that's how women, sometimes get involved with men, and they end up getting abused because they are actually taking their emotions out on whoever is in their presence.
The representative,
right. All the time or whatever.
And I always say the representative because somebody else done hurt you. Probably your daddy. Or sometimes your mama done hurt you. But
it was a mama, a daddy, a sister, a ex-lover. Somebody done hurt you. Mm-hmm. And before you get to me, get all that out.
But I think too that a lot of times they're not able to even acknowledge that has hurt, that they have been hurt.
Well, they may not have unpacked all.
Yeah, well, think about the fact if they can't cry, they ain't gonna notice no problem. They just feel like they gotta be a man. I gotta be a man. And that was another thing that I was thinking about when we were talking earlier, is that I think that it's scary, or it's frowned upon for men to even express or think like, oh man, I have so much responsibility on me.
Well, I honestly, to be honest, or whatever, if I'm, deep in a, relationship with somebody and that individual does not, express their emotions, I want to see every emotion that you have. I want to see every side.
Right. Every dimension.
You know what I'm saying? And if
Aisha, I'm testing it. I'm going to push every button. I'm Miss Spacey Sprockets. I'm George Jetson.
Crying. Crying. I want to see your emotions.
You want to see a mad.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see.
I want to see.
I want to see that food. I want to see that food. Where that mug is. I want to see nice. I know I like nice you. I know I like nice.
Right.
Yeah. I want to see that food. See if I can.
And I think that's is probably the most scariest is when I don't see that food.
Because sometimes they hold it off for a long time.
Let me tell y'all. Let me segue real quick. Because I think I sent you and Kia the video about the girl who said she went on a date, and she said that the dude was asking her like, "Hey, what do you want?" And she said nothing.
I saw that, and they mad because she won't tell them what she wants so they can conform and be that and represent that and be faking.
Right.
And they mad she won't tell them. I saw that video.
Let me tell you
that girl said, I ain't telling you what I want, but you can fake.
I learned this from my cousin. He said, don't you tell no man nothing because they'll be on every page you turn. I never forgot that in my life. I never forgot it. Well, it was after a few failed, stupid relationships I was in. But I had kept that in my mind.
I will leave you for anything that you do.
That's the way. Red alert, high alert.
I will.
You know you would get gone, Aisha.
I'm mad.
Bad.
And I don't think it's a bad thing because
not
I
at
feel
all.
like if you should be able to be authentically yourself. And guess what? Like, I think we forgive easy too. Like, I don't feel like we gonna throw a man away over something, like, because we are human. So we all gonna make mistakes. We're gonna try to work this thing out, figure it out. But if you are violating who I am at the core of who I am, we got a problem.
Right.
Yeah, it's not about nothing else but the fact that you are trying to undermine me at my identity, and that's where we goes to war. Because if you feel like you get ready to take me away from me,
my intelligence, like, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't
disrupt me.
Right, that's not happening.
I'm not girl interrupted. This might be girl talk, but I'm not interrupted. So this is me. This is me, a grown woman. I've been through a lot of stuff. I learned how to deal with people on the levels that they present to me.
Right.
I learned how to discern and use my intuition about certain situations. And I'm not harsh. I'm not hard. I'm not hard to get along with.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let you play with me.
Right.
And I'm not gonna play with you.
Right.
And I think that is a principle that I uphold every day.
Right.
So I know that if I'm asking you for love, I'm going to give you love in a way that you don't give me, right? And I'm going to give you an experience with love that you ain't never had. So if I'm asking for it, I think that you should give it to me.
Right.
I don't feel like you should.
And if you
you never ask if you never asking too much.
Never. And I think that's the problem with women. Women feel like, oh, if I ask for too much, he's gonna run. Bye.
No, you know
Let me give you these. Let me give
no, you know what it is. And my friend said it
shoes.
yesterday. They play it. We
So
play
you
it
can
safe.
Jackie Joyner, Carl, Louis out my life. Because I'm never.
What's the Hussein Bolt?
All of them.
I am never asking for too much.
Yeah.
Because if you're not asking
like
for something that
nothing unreasonable.
yeah,
Aisha, if you ask for something, it is something that you require.
It's just something
in
that
order,
you deserve.
Yes, for you to function, for me to function at my utmost level. If I'm asking you for something, that means that I need it in order for me to do for you what you need. Because if you don't give it to me, you ain't getting the best me. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now.
You're not.
If you don't, you ain't getting it.
And honestly, you shouldn't be expecting it neither. You really shouldn't be expecting it.
And it'd be funny because I really be sitting here laughing. You're not about to get none of that at all. And
Hilarious.
I got it, but you're not about to get it.
Yeah. Cause I mean,
Not without
giving.
giving.
It's so easy for
But then
women
again,
these days.
I also don't feel the need to waste the time.
Yeah.
Cause why play? Why waste? You know, why waste the time or whatever from somebody that you're not getting that from? Like I know, like it's just the things that I require. Like for example, like I require loyalty. If I'm not getting loyalty, I'm not about to be with you for what?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the purpose? If we in a relationship, you know, and I know I'm gonna be, loyal to you, and we got that label on there. That's what I'm gonna get. That's the foundation.
Y'all, you know what? I just thought about it, kid. We could have went to the Real15 and did a live from there. Why am I doing it for mine?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I guess we can share it. You probably could share it.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
you?
Yeah,
Because I just share lives with me.
If you tag me in this,
Yeah,
would it be
yeah.
on? Okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Well, let me see who on here. Let's get it. Let's see.
We only got 4.
I see Kizzy on here. Hey, Kizzy. Hey, Debbie Carter. What's love to y'all? What's love to you, Kizzy? I ain't gonna bring you on the camera. You don't want to be on the camera number. You can type it in the comments. What's love to you, girl? That's the topic that we talk about today. Debbie Carter, what's love to you? What's love to you? Would you please comment in the comment section? What's love to you?
Yeah, anybody that's watching.
I can't see who else is on here. I only see those 2 names. So we can't see them. We're not ignoring you, but we can't see them for whatever reason.
It just looks like it's not a bunch of people on there.
It's what? It looks like it's 3.
So anybody who's going to be
see
watching
2
this later, what is love to y'all? We want you to comment on what is love. Because I think that, again, that's something that hey, Naja.
Hey, Naja.
That's something that I think that we have to define and make it more universal or personal, as far as not something that we take and make it something sensational like love to me is you buy me a mansion in the Maldives.
Oh no, and that's what I was saying.
In the Cayman Islands.
So that's
those are unrealistic
That's
expectations.
what I
Some of
meant
that
about
stuff.
transactional in terms of materialistic.
Yeah.
Like you can't buy me a bag and think I'm going to be just somewhere smiling. Number one, you can't do it because I already got 50,000.
Right. You can do that for yourself.
Yeah, I can do all these things for
Right.
myself. Like so, what I would be looking for in terms of love is somebody that's able to love me even more than I love myself.
Somebody's coming. Can you check the comments? Somebody coming in. I want to respond to him. I want us to respond to him.
Hey, TT.
The last thing was
Jalay.
Hey, Jalay, stay on here and get you some of this Real 15, real hour.
Hey, Niecy Pooh.
Like my aunt.
Go get a Nikita. Is it Nikita? How you doing? What's love to you?
Yeah,
Comment
y'all
in the
tell us
comment section. What's
to
love to
y'all?
y'all? How I post a video?
Here, you done posted a video on TikTok.
How? When I'm on here.
She said she been on there.
Oh, you been on there?
And Cedric is on there.
Hold on.
Oh. go. Hey, sis.
Naja said one of many ways of love for me is wanting to understand me.
You
know that's
right, Naja.
That's it.
You going to church on
on Sunday, girl, on Sunday.
Right. Understand me.
Yes, and let me tell you something. How I look at understanding is that we are under a standard, meaning that we both are in agreement that this is how we live in life.
Right.
So when I think about understanding, that's what I think about.
Right.
When I think about love, I think about action. Like, don't be kissing on me.
And I'm gonna tell you something
somewhere,
that,
go do something.
And understanding all these things don't even always have to be agreement. It's just that I understand.
Yeah.
It's just that it doesn't always have to be agreement, right? I think that has to be underlined because people think disagreement is argument, and it's not. It's just disagreement. That's all.
Yeah.
And it's okay because sometimes people don't allow you to disagree with them.
Right.
Yeah. I think that rejection, Aisha, because you was talking about that.
Is that
earlier.
what that is?
I think that rejection makes it hard for people to come into.
Hi, Bonnie.
Like, I really do.
Right, because when they're not hearing what they want to hear, or they feel like, you know, they're just not they're being ignored, or you know, have that type of feeling, then they may think like, okay, well, she's rejected me, so, you know, I'm not, or he's rejected me, so I'm not really able to, you know, agree to disagree, because they don't know how to
express a need.
Exactly.
I think it's a need. Like, people are scared to say, I need you to calm down, right? Or I need you to show me love in a way that makes me feel safe with you, and so they'll fight with you, instead of telling you, like, hey, or communicating, like you were saying, I want you to do this because this makes me feel like, you know, whatever it is, blah blah blah.
Like, I need you to have understanding. I need you to have compassion. You know, I need you to have some grace. I need you to, you know, and then some people think that if they do ask for that, or if they are asked that they have to change. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of that be resistance to change. That's what that be is, resistance to change. I don't want to change.
Kia, what do you mean when you say that? Because I don't know if I got
resistance to change.
Yeah, when you said a lot of that be resistant to change, I guess
when somebody resistant change is because, like, when they're bucking against something.
Right, no, I
like
understand that.
Because they don't want to change. It's like, they
so
don't want to change,
are,
so you're triggering a response.
Oh, so when they're not saying, I want this from you, it's so they're resisting the change,
like, I've
which
never
would be healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then someone's like, well, I've never had to do that.
I'm finna say, who the heck is that?
I've never had to do that with my, you know, past relationships. Well, welcome to the real world. You got to do it with me.
Well, welcome to me.
Welcome
well,
to me.
I'm sure you ain't
welcome
even the same version of you anyway. We have been many different versions of ourselves in this life. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Most
so that
certainly.
you've evolved into this version. So that old stuff don't work no more. That old stuff that Aisha might have took then is a no-go now.
It's not gonna get me
because of the evolution.
Because of that, it's not gonna get us to the next level.
But that evolution is self-love. Is what that is. That evolution is getting in here and knowing who you are, what you want authentically. Because if you don't have that stuff, then you just a zombie for real. Like, if you don't have those
standards,
definitely standards, but I mean that self-love piece. Because
boundaries,
and that is
value and work.
But
value and work.
No, I'm really just meaning self-love piece because that will have you knowing how a mug supposed to love you, right? Because of how you love you. Right. When you don't have the self-love, then people can love you raggedy because you love you raggedy. Yeah. So you don't have that.
Self-awareness.
Because I done been loved raggedy because I was loving me raggedy.
First of all,
so how was I expecting them to be loving me and I wasn't?
It's self-awareness.
It's self-awareness. It's self-awareness. It's self-love though.
Awareness,
being aware of that.
Self-love as well.
Yeah.
But I think self-awareness is more
key.
It's more key. And it's more broader.
Yeah, it is.
It's more broader. It's because not only are you just self-aware in your relationship, you're self-aware in just life.
Other areas.
Like, you know what direction that you're going in, and then not only that, you might even have somebody to hold you accountable along the way.
Right, yeah.
Like, checking in, you need that feedback, you need that support, you know, to keep you on that track.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You know,
that accountability.
when you set those goals, you know, those healthy healthy goals, I would say.
And listen, we all need an accountability partner because my husband swear to nobody, can't nobody hold me accountable. I said, my bug checks me like I'm not checkable. I be like, yeah, right. Like, you don't need a
Quinn say the same
listen,
thing.
Right. Like, I think that's just y'all ought to be checking me.
You know what?
She'll check me. And Megan's going to check me. I just check. I do, but
I think they just.
But it's not. It don't
way.
be in that. It's not in a checking way. But it's in love. But it is. She gonna be like, here. Why is you doing? She's gonna question me.
Yeah.
You're gonna question me, and it don't matter if I like it or not. I don't care if I like it or they don't care if I like it or not. They asking me, and I might answer with attitude. They asking me. And I'm asking them because you know.
Kier, do you remember when you had said something to me about doing something, one of them cap cuts or Canva or whatever?
Okay.
And I said, oh, I just ain't had the time. You said, no, you ain't made the time. And I was like, no, she didn't. I'm in the Mark's parking lot.
Hey, I'm a straight shooter from the hip. Bow.
Wait, and I do it to people every day. And I was like, why she got the audacity?
That was
I'm like, you right.
No, but it was intentional. I was doing it to provoke action.
Right.
I was doing that for a reason.
That is so important, like having
but it was holding you accountable.
Yeah,
right?
Somebody in your life to hold you accountable or whatever, because even like right now, either with, my current, partner or whatever, I'll say things like, oh, it don't matter. What do you mean it don't matter?
I say that too, and Jarrell hates that. And I don't mean no harm when I say it. I know what you mean when you say it, because we probably say it the same
it don't
way.
matter, because that means that you're saying that what I feel don't matter.
So
It's just indifference, though.
So that's how that's interpreted.
Like, I don't prefer indifference. Because
I don't either.
I want to know what side to stand on. Mm-hmm. Like, it could be something that's opposite of me.
Yeah.
But I need you to stand on a side.
Right.
Like, I want you to take a position.
Right.
And I'm not looking to be contentious.
Hey, cousin Judy.
I just want you to pick a side.
Right.
You know, because we don't have to be on the same thought process per se. We could be on the same team and not think the same, because people on the like, I play a different role on the team.
Right.
You play a different role, so our thought processes are different.
Right.
So as a point guard and a forward, like, those are two different positions in basketball. So, like, why would I think like a forward? I don't.
Right.
But no matter, at the end of the day, no, we don't have to have the same thought process, but at the same time, we both need to be going this way. You cannot be going to the left. I cannot be going to the right.
I agree.
And that's about, like, we need to be going up. We can't be going down.
I think that's the agreement part. Like, I think, because I know you talk about understanding,
right?
But, like, I think the agreement part is, like, you have to get to the place where, because I wouldn't necessarily say agree to disagree, but we have to have some things that we agree on as a core.
As a core.
As what,
oh my God, that is so
what
important.
we and who we are together.
Right. You said
If we don't have the core agreements, then we don't have congruency in life.
We don't have connection. At all.
Yeah.
Like, how we have a false connection. That means that I am tap dancing behind you, or you tap dancing behind me. We both Richard. No, who is the challenge?
Sammy
Davis Jr. We are both Sammy Davis Jr. Okay. And that's tap dancing. It's just
Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
You Gregory and I'm Sammy. Okay. And we just both tap dancing, and nobody. It's like the blind leading the blind. You know, you're not getting anywhere because you're not connected. And then once you connected, connection is so important. And then that also brings in focus. Then you both can get focused, and then you can move forward. When you're both focused, and then you can move forward. Then you can really establish something.
Aisha, you right, but let me tell you something, because you said something earlier that touched my whole entire soul. It was about shame. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Oh God.
I think we all have some kind of connection to or experience with shame, and that right there is, I think, one of the biggest barriers to having intimacy.
Ooh.
And it's not sex.
Yes, yeah, you got that right. Because people think intimacy is sex.
Oh, God.
Break it down, please. Gather them.
But intimacy is where you are allowing somebody in to see the most fragile parts of who you are without feeling like this person is going to leave me or because of it, right? And so that's the part that people are so scared to be left. But guess what? You'd have been left 50 billion times, I don't know how many times, and it hasn't broken you.
And
but
you
I think
okay.
that for some reason, we interpret that shame in such a way that it just breaks relationships.
It's vulnerability.
It breaks.
It's vulnerability. It's allowing yourself to be vulnerable with an individual so that way you can be transparent and actually have some sort of connection. Not a false connection, a real, true
connection. Not a false connection,
not a
but
false
a deep
connection. Because I honestly believe that you could be married, to somebody for a long length of time, but that connection can be false.
Yeah.
It can be real. I mean, I'll be honest.
I think on both sides, Aisha, like,
of course,
like you could think that you are in it and everything is legit, but on my side, I got some stuff I need to deal with. I got baggage that I ain't unpacked yet. Ain't went through none of it.
Right.
But then I'm in this life and I'm trying to live this life, and I'm seeing that there are areas in my life that are unsuccessful.
Right.
And I think that's the part that I'm thinking about when you said what you said. Like, I'm feeling like, okay, and you're seeing the stuff that your partner is unsuccessful in, right?
Right.
But like, you're not seeing your stuff.
Right.
And so I think with us in the vulnerability part, like you were talking about, is that you have to come down from that hill, that pride.
Right.
Like, that pride will kill you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It'll kill you. It'll kill relationships.
And I think,
but that has to do with safety too, and being safe to be intimate
and
being
choice
and feeling safe.
And choice.
I think some of it is
comfort.
fear, because we always have those fear, but then you don't want somebody to weaponize later those intimate moments and those intimate things you done told them.
Why? Because of shame or embarrassment?
It is because of shame.
Yeah.
It will be because of shame.
Furthermore,
because let me tell you something. You can call me what you want to. I will say yes, I am. But it doesn't matter. Like, if it's true, it's true.
But no, the thing about it is not about it hurting me. It's about your intention to hurt me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It may not even hurt me because I'll be stonewalled, like I told you. And some stuff hurt me, but I can block some stuff off. So it may not be that it hurt me more than that. You wanted to hurt me.
Yeah.
You wanting to hurt me hurt worse than what you done said.
Yeah.
The fact that you want hurt for me hurts me more than anything.
But could I just perceive that that's intentional? Because what if we just fighting? There is no fairness in that.
Well, I know that.
Like, nobody's gonna be running around telling me, well, I gotta spare your feelings here. I'm fighting with you, and I'm gonna spare you. No, I'm gonna go in. Like, you made me mad.
Oh, yo, I already know that. I know gloves are off at that point. Child, listen. We ain't even finna listen. It be Rocky and the Russian. I already know. If he dies, he dies.
Russia.
If he dies, he dies.
In Russia.
Bro, this one. I already know. And for both of us, if he dies, it's
and then
listen. She got showing up. Catches bullets with his teeth.
Bow down to the meat.
But it can be like
Shout
that.
out Brian Mitchell.
Hi, Cedar. But it be like that sometimes. Like, it can be like that. So, like, you have to be. You have to.
All hands.
You have to have all those components of those things that you named earlier when we were recording, which they'll get that later. All of those components, coupled with what you want specifically, just you.
Yeah.
Individually, and you'll be all right. You
and I think
those
some
things
you gotta give. I think now this is my experience. This ain't nobody else's stuff. Y'all can decide not to if y'all don't want to. But like, I know the one day me and my husband was going to work. Like, we both was going to work, and we was arguing down on the way to work. And I was in my mind just smoking mad. Then I'm like, all right, so I tapped him on his arm and gave him a kiss, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm choosing because I know that this man loves me, so I'm going to believe that. Right? And I know that as we are working together to become one or become a unit, like it's gonna take. Well, it doesn't have to, because I'm not saying you got to fight, because I don't believe that you have to fight to have a good relationship. I really don't.
Right. Let's not normalize that.
Right. But I chose because I understand the underpinnings, and I understand the nature of our baggage, right? My mom said something to me one day, and she talked about where me and my husband's issues, like where we clash. And I was like, wow, I had never heard her say nothing like that to me before in my life. And it just woke me up like, man, I got some stuff that I got to deal with. Like, I got stuff that I got to deal with because I have been hurt. Like, I have been tossed to and fro. And letting somebody love me, boy, I'm going to tell you. I wouldn't want that job. I don't mind loving y'all.
Hi, Miss Juanita.
But allowing somebody. Hey, Juanita, Apostle Juanita. I'm telling y'all, letting somebody love me. That's a job I'm giving to somebody. You got it, Quentin. Cause listen, Linda.
Bake, broil.
All these mugs, because all these mugs swear they want you.
Listen.
So they get you. You don't want none of this.
Let me tell you something.
They don't want none of that
front
smoke.
and center and forward. Right.
And no, really, they be wanting something easy anyway, because you really don't want no smoke, because it's not going to be no easy ride, no easy ride, no fancy car, none of that. No.
Let me tell you, like, when you, like, that's what the realism is about, like, not being idealistic. Right. Because I, of course, can name off 1 billion of other people's stuff. But when it come to me, crickets,
Listen, let me tell you.
Movie theater silence.
But you ever have to reckon with yourself when you wrong? Like, and I know we were talking about, mainly about, like, romantic relationships, but, like, you know, our relationship. So I'm arguing with my son, y'all, and he's trying to tell me, that I'm a part of something, I'm a part of him. He arguing with something. He tried to tell me I'm a part of something, not a part of. Like, you said this? I'm like, no, I did not. And I'm arguing with him. No, I did not say that. I'm arguing down with him. And what I realized, though, is that even though, regardless of this little petty argument we were having, what I realized is that regardless of that, he wasn't right. I don't know what he's talking about, but I was still invalidating him.
Yeah.
Right. So I realized, like, how he wrong, and I wanted to tear his butt up with my mouth. But I was like, but you're not validating. You're invalidating him. Right. And so I had to go back.
Meet people where they are.
Yeah, I had to go back. But it was about me, though. What the lesson was for me.
Right.
It was my son teaching me that you ain't grew there, Kia.
Right.
Ooh, let me tell y'all something.
You still got work to do in that area.
Let me tell you.
You be invalidating when you feel like you and your self-righteous stuff.
Kia, I will never forget this. There was a girl who was swearing up and down that I was trying to take all the men out the church. All kinds of stuff. Jesus. I mean, she was swearing up and down that I was trying to get. Now, I wasn't studying none of these mugs because my husband was a doctor, okay? I thought that my husband was going to be a doctor, and I wasn't studying not nary a man who wasn't a doctor. I wasn't looking for none of y'all in the church. And she was telling me, like, you did this and you did that. I said, I'm not calling you a liar. I said, but that's not me. And so after that, it taught me that I will never dishonor another person's experience with me.
Right.
Whether they lying or not. Like, I don't care if you feel, if you tell me I'm mean, I'm going to explore that because I might be, which I've been told that, I believe that. But, it's not a constant part of my expression of who I am. It's not. It is where I feel safe, I can be that. Right. Because that is the full expression of who I am. I don't care. So, but the point is that I always
subscribe to it.
Well, no, I can be because I can be. Right, yeah.
Some of it, like I said, when we was talking about it the one day on that podcast, that it be manipulation too. People be.
But let me tell you something.
Exert your boundaries.
It's true. I can be. I'm going to accept it. And the reason I'm going to be is because that's the full expression of me. I'm not going to deny that.
Right.
I'm also nice or kind.
Right.
So I'm not, if somebody call me kind, I ain't going to buck up against them. So no, I'm not bucking up against none of it. No, I am. I'm mean. Okay? I'm not mean all the time. Right? So anyway, I just don't ignore or put aside or invalidate other people's experience with me.
Feelings, yeah.
So because I know that in me there's some stuff that's not curated, cultivated. It's not there yet. It hasn't evolved with the part of me that is speaking right now. Like there's some stuff that still needs healed, and I'll be different in whatever that time frame is that healing comes.
And I definitely, I think I have evolved in that area for sure, because I will definitely validate people's feelings. Like, I will validate your feelings. Like, and I actually learned that from you, I want to say you did a live, it's been some months ago, whatever, you mentioned something about, like, validating how a person feels. And that's okay to do that, but that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah,
I just understand that's how
it's
you
a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feeling. And I'm not gonna, take that away from that individual, because if that's how you feel, that doesn't
But you know what it was? It was defense for me in that moment.
Right.
I was defending myself against what he was saying, and it definitely wasn't true either. Now it was definitely delusional.
I guess for
but
me,
nevertheless, it was true for him.
Yeah.
It was true for him, and I'm like.
And
we'll really have that conversation, but I was too busy trying to defend.
You see where validation comes in is important.
But here's the thing: when you know who you are, wholeheartedly as an individual, and you know your truth, then you are able to validate other people.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can. Most of the time I can, but in that moment I realized with him I wasn't doing that. I wasn't. I have the ability to do it, and I do it.
Yeah.
But this is one of those moments when I wasn't doing it.
But that's when you realize that you wasn't validated somewhere.
So that means that you still have work to do with this, right? Because you're still
Yeah.
exhibiting this behavior. Like, it's not that I don't.
And-
I don't want to make it like that I don't.
and don't get me
'cause I
wrong,
do. It's just in that moment I realized something.
It
Like,
took
you
a
need
while.
some work here,
It
man.
took a while for me to.
You done regressed a little bit, you know.
It took a while for me to get that way. It took. It took some deep shadow work
to give yourself a whooping. Because that's what I call it, to give yourself a whooping.
Yeah, like
if I give myself a whooping, then you can't whoop me.
It's okay. If you and honestly, I'm not gonna say. I guess I could say I don't care.
I know what you mean when you say that. You just like a nonchalant,
I'm like,
because I'm like that too.
Okay.
And people take that the wrong way too when you
unbothered.
Yeah,
I just be like,
literally.
That's what it is.
People hate that with a passion.
And
it'd be too bad.
Essentially, I am unbothered.
Yeah, and it's okay. Unbothered.com, .org, .edu, .net. Like unbothered.
.net.
I still love you though. Still got compassion, grace, all of that. Like, so.
Well, no, it's getting dark out here.
We're going to turn it in, but we do have some episodes dropping soon.
Yeah, check out our YouTube page, the Real15, Insight with Sisters.
Are we going to introduce what we have coming up with Aisha, or are we going to wait? We're going to make this a surprise?
Yeah. No, we'll do that
we're
later.
We'll surprise.
Yeah,
we have a surprise also, but we'll divulge that later on. So
we have a lot of stuff that we want to do, y'all.
Yeah,
we hope that y'all support.
We do.
That y'all tune in, that y'all get, and y'all give, okay?
Yeah, and then also, if you guys have any topics that you would like for the Real Sisters to elaborate on, definitely bring those to their attention. You can inbox, you can comment on the lives, comment on the Facebook page, and
don't forget to subscribe to
right?
We don't have an Instagram, but we do have a YouTube channel at the _Real15. So
if you put in, because I just did it today, if you put in the Real15 Insight with Sisters, you should come right to our page. Yeah, right to our YouTube page. And I want to say this real quick while we end, before we end. A while ago, I remember my friend from Philadelphia, she married me and my husband. She had said to me, she was talking about Aisha, and she was saying Aisha has so much wisdom, and that she she really does have wisdom, and she has discernment, which I think, of course, they go hand in hand.
Yes.
And she was just I just remember that. I remember her saying that about you. And so I want to kind of give y'all like a preview of what you're going to get with her as well, is that wisdom and that discernment. And prayerfully, y'all, hopefully, y'all, that you be able to tune in and receive from that, because we are looking to give, and we are also looking to get in the form of support, in the form of love, in the form of sharing, because we definitely love sharing and supporting and loving y'all. Okay?
All right.
So stay tuned. You're going to get a lot of insight that I'm willing to give or whatever. And if you have any questions, I'm definitely always here to answer the questions. I don't do much on my Facebook. I'm probably one of the most private Facebook people in the world. But I'm still connected too. I still try to stay connected or whatever. But
yeah.
And I love everybody.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care.
Until next time.
Good night.
Y'all have a good night.